According to IDC's latest research on the Internet of Things, in 2020, nearly 32 billion IoT devices were connected worldwide. And these devices generated over 22,000 exabytes of data. And we expect this to increase to roughly 56 billion connected devices in 2025, generating over 73,000 exabytes of data. Not only will the data from these devices play an important role in how our world senses and tracks and maneuvers future crises like the one we're in today, but that data will also bring context and real-time insight to business environments and transactions to bring new levels of efficiency to organizations and personalization to consumers. A data-driven world must trust the data that defines and drives it. IDC has found in its global datasphere research that just over half of the data created in 2020, roughly 59 zettabytes, required some level of protection. But only 52% of what needed to be protected actually was protected. And this is a real concern in a world where data is being leveraged to drive businesses and even our personal lives in real time. Furthermore, when data is being used to monitor and act in critical situations like embedded insulin pumps or self-driving cars, then unsecure or untrustworthy data can put lives at risk. Latency in a real-time world is public enemy number one. Timely insight informed by analytics, IoT data, and artificial intelligence or AI engines must be delivered securely so that business processes run smoothly and customer engagements are not just efficient, but also personalized and satisfying. And this requires compute to extend beyond the four walls of the data center and into the edge. IDC calculated in its compute sphere, which is where we measure the installed number of compute-based systems and devices, that there were 2.7 billion in edge infrastructure in 2020, and this grows to over 3 billion in 2025. The growth in edge computing is undeniable as data, analytics, and AI move to real time. And according to IDC's Worldwide Edge Spending Guide, the worldwide edge computing market will reach 251 billion in 2024. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are accelerating the need for more compute at a pace that is much faster than Moore's law. Innovation is thriving as large and small compute and storage companies race to establish their technology or architectures at the edge and endpoints where AI inferencing is at the cusp of really taking off. By 2024, IDC forecasts that over 30% of G2000 companies will run AI workloads distributed more evenly from core to edge to cloud and will be managed by AI software platform providers, making the infrastructure really invisible. IDC's Vice President Ritu Jyoti said this: "Artificial intelligence is the most disruptive innovation of our lifetime. AI is not just nice to have anymore. The global pandemic has accelerated AI adoption, and it is becoming ubiquitous across all business processes. AI solutions powered by machine learning, conversational AI, and computer vision are at the forefront of business resiliency, accelerated innovation, and transformative customer and employee experiences." Gaming has been an important survival mechanism during this COVID pandemic. Gaming-focused PCs, after a banner year in 2020 led by double-digit growth in notebooks, will enjoy continued solid growth worldwide as gamers look to level up and enjoy the spoils of continued and dramatic advances in both CPU and GPU technologies. And although the pandemic impacted the use and really caused the closure of internet cafes in parts of the world, the overall growth in cloud-based game pressed forward, and the need for speed and low latency continues to create opportunities for high-performance computing in cloud data centers and server farms. We also expect total PC game revenue to increase 11% worldwide in 2020. That's the biggest jump in at least a decade. the revenue impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is not only folding more PC gamers into the community in North America or the rest of the world, but it's also causing most existing PC gamers in all the regions, really outside of Asia Pacific, to invest more time and money into this form of entertainment. Now, the pace of innovation in the digital realm continues to accelerate and specifically focuses on software. It's not that hardware isn't important, it's just that it's assumed. The real differentiator for organizations will be how quickly they leverage the world's massive amount of data in new apps and digital solutions. And IDC predicts that part of this rapid growth will come from the reuse of third-party code in new apps and digital solutions, which is going to increase from 40% in 2020 to 80% of the code produced in 2024. Basically means that the number of apps produced each year will increase by 1.5 times. Al Gillen, IDC Group Vice President, said this: "If ever the necessity to innovate in new and different ways was a top priority, the time is now."